Good afternoon, Path of Exile players. It's been a long time since I've done a sort of diary vlog style video, but here we are back in 3.9 Metamorph League, and we are playing a mine character for the first time. I'll go into sort of discussion of why I chose to play this character, what are the hopes and the goals for the character, how the league's feeling right now, and as always, there's going to be a diary of my progression of the league, and you can see how the build gets stronger or weaker, or if it fails. There's no guarantee that the build I'm trying is going to work. This isn't a guide. I can help people out in the comments and stuff like that as always, but it's mainly just me documenting my build progression for the one I've selected. So the build I've selected is a Scion that throws Pyroclast mines, and that's pretty much the concept. So, first of all, why Scion? Why not Saboteur if you're playing a mine class? Well, to be honest, I've never played mines at all in the game, and I guess I wasn't aware of how good Saboteur was until playing Scion, and it was the day the league began. It was about 10 minutes before the league started, and I always farmed the lab. I always farm the lab, and I'm always like, okay, let's load the Juggernaut up. And I just couldn't bring myself to play another Juggernaut. I couldn't do it. So I wanted to play something wildly different, and I know mines are really good for Uberlab. However, I don't know if I'll be able to survive the traps. So I looked up some builds, and this one seemed pretty reasonable. It was like a Chieftain. It had Saboteur in the Ascendancy, and had a lot of regen, and I figured maybe I can get through the Uberlab, and if I can't get through the Uberlab and I can't farm it, at least it's a mapping character, and it's a Scion, and I can transition it into something different, because yeah, I wasn't sure if I was up for the Uberlab, because I know it got nerfed with basically unique enemies that get raised up take less damage now for a period of time, so you can't just blow them up with mines, which is a pretty big nerf. It's not Juggernaut, so it doesn't have all the physical reduction to make the traps easy, so we'll just see how it goes. Now, the actual game and Metamorph League is pretty fun. Basically, what's happening in this league is the bosses have been buffed up. That's why I'm showcasing some bossing kills. All the uniques have more health, the rares have more health, the game's just a lot tougher in general. And me being a noob, not really understanding how mines work, meant that some of the fights, like Piety, literally took me about 10 minutes to kill. So I've speeded it up. It took me about 10 minutes to kill. I had like no damage. She had more damage. I couldn't get through her energy shield. It was just a hell of a battle to kill her. Mivale was a hell of a battle. The Weaver raised so many more adds than normal, and the campaign did feel a lot more challenging in general. I'm sure if you're still playing a super meta style build and you really know what you're doing, you can get through it, but for me it was pretty tough. Dominus is a nice example because normally you just obliterate the adds and the little mini bosses, but they're actually tough now. So the build's kind of coming together. I kind of just used anything. I used lightning tendrils, I used some lightning mine type things to get through, and then once I was able to unlock Pyroclast mine, I just switched to it immediately. I decided to switch to it immediately because I always like playing as the build I'm going to play as, even if it's slower and it hinders my leveling, because I just feel like you get a better feeling of what the build needs the more you play it. And I've never really played mine, so I wanted to get used to the whole detonate playstyle. Now for Dominus, it actually worked pretty well because I could hide behind the walls and throw my mines and detonate. So the Dominus kill was pretty good. It was deathless, and overall the Pyroclast mines were a big buff in damage once I actually got them. So if you're planning on playing this build, definitely like do something else that isn't mines until you get Pyroclast, and probably I think it's the minefield support gem, which enables you to throw out like 5 mines at once. Then you don't have to click like 20 times. I wasn't aware this was a thing, as this was my first time playing mines, but if I was playing it again, that's what I'd do. Single target isn't bad right now. Killing rares, it just had to put a few mines down and wait. And I actually got a nice ring upgrade. Not often you pick a ring out from basically a vendor and it actually is decent. I mean, I'm not going to say it's the best ring I've ever seen, but it was an okay upgrade compared to a white coral ring. Again, you can see Katava there is shocked. That's because I'm using Skitterbots. I'm using Clarity. That's just to give me a bit of a chance to shock. And I'm enjoying it. So let's get on to Metamorph League. We've decided that I'm playing Saboteur, I'm playing a Chieftain, I'm playing Pyroclast Mines because I want to attempt Uberlab with it, make it a little bit challenging, like farming Uberlab, and if it doesn't, then I can always transition it into something different. Now Metamorph League, what happens is in each area you load into, there's creatures and they drop monster parts. Once you've collected enough monster parts in that area, you can go ahead and raise a boss based on the monster parts, and the monster parts itself give buffs and rewards. Now these monster parts only last for the area you are in. They don't go into your inventory, and they just sit there. So if you farm, say, let's say you go and you kill Hillock, Hillock will drop a head piece or a heart piece, and you'll farm the other pieces, and then when you summon, there'll be a bigger, stronger Hillock, which will give rewards. There'll be a little tab that says in the corner what percentage chance there is of getting a reward. The pieces themselves will tell you what you do, and you can basically combine the monster pieces to make the game as easy or as strong as you want, or you can just skip it entirely. So for me, I sort of did them at the beginning, but they just took way too long. They were kind of rippy, and I just didn't have the damage to really get through the bosses, so I didn't really mess with the league mechanic too much. Now that I'm in maps, I've started to do it a little bit, and it is rippy, but you can just see here already that the heart of Kitava, the ads that are spawning, everything is a lot tankier. Now, I don't have the best damage in the world right now. I probably shouldn't be playing Pyroclast Mines on like a 3-link, and I probably should be, you know, doing something a little bit more efficient as a Scion. But I wanted to play as the build and showcase it and kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's fine to level. It's just I'm kind of slow when I level. I just chill out, I do my own thing, and I'm not used to mines, so what I was doing here was I kept putting the mines down and killing the ads. Really, I should have just been blowing the heart up, and then that would have stopped the ads spawning. So that's what I should have been doing. But I will say I wasn't in the mood for Path of Exile, so here's an idea. I wasn't in the mood for Path of Exile. I found that I was burnt out. I wasn't in the mood to do lab, which I normally do. Wasn't really in the mood to map, but once I've got playing it, I am really enjoying Metamorph League. And I think the new Atlas system, the new end game system, the new influences, there is a lot of new stuff, and I think it should be fun. So this is just a quick progression video to say that on day one, the game unlocked at, I think it was 8 or 9 PM. I played till about 12 PM. And we called it a day when I killed Kitava, and then the next day we went and we finished the campaign, and we just got into maps. That was yesterday. So I'm kind of backlogged because I've been making Gears videos, I've been making content, I've been playing the game, doing stuff. But I got the video out as quick as I can, as I know people might be considering playing the game. But for me, the build's getting a lot stronger. Now that I'm in maps, it's getting a lot more fun, and I'll talk about that and show the progression of how that happened in the next video. So Metamorph League has surprised me. Wasn't really looking forward to it, but it's been pretty damn fun. Again, the Scion is probably not the smartest choice for a lab farmer. So just to reiterate that point, there is now a patch where when a unique enemy spawns, or some unique enemies spawn, they're sort of not invulnerable, but have large damage reduction on the initial spawn. This is just to stop, I guess, builds like mine, placing a load of mines and setting up and instantly detonating them. I don't know how to feel about that, because I think that's one of the benefits of mines, that yeah, you do get to set up certain situations. And that might be too punishing in Uberlab, because when the guy pops up, if I can't instantly nuke him, I'm not going to be tanky enough to sort of tank a load of slashes, and we could be getting blown up and killed. So the evening ended with me playing Pyroclast, started to do the trials, killed Katava, and then we called it for the evening. So if you are looking forward to seeing the progression of a Pyroclast Scion character, seeing some highlights, come check me out on stream at twitch.tv/GGZII. If you've been enjoying the content I've created in the past for Path of Exile, or you just generally like my channels, such as the Gears of War videos, and you just enjoy watching the other videos that I've been making, and you want to support, all the support does go a long way. The channel doesn't make any money. At this point it's just a passion project. My AdSense account doesn't work. It will never work. So if you are enjoying the content and want to see more, there are links and ways to support in the description. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Hope everything goes well for you. I'm going to be playing PoE over the Christmas holidays. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video.